Yo, what is up, peoples? Mood616 here, and yeah, I'm just gonna turn this down. I don't know how the audio is gonna be on that because use a new camera and still working out the kinks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So back with the CD update for the month of December. Obviously, the last one of the year being December 31st. I didn't actually get all the stuff I was, expecting in the mail. I'm still missing roughly maybe 5 albums or something. But yeah, so this will be the last update of the year, and then just keep you guys posted. I'm going to be posting my top 30 albums of the year. It's going to be like a 4-part series. I think I'm going to do top 30 albums of the year, physical copies, top digital releases, my top Canadian albums, and I think I might do another one where just talking about some albums that I was disappointed with. So I'll make it like a 4-part series. It'll probably be up within a week or two or something like that. Yeah, so let's get right into the update here. What you hear in the background is the new Robust album, Fill It in the Potholes. Oh, fuck, man, what can I say, man? This album is fantastic. One of my favorite albums of the year. I finally just got this. Ordered it a while ago. Or no, I didn't actually order it that long ago. It actually came quite quick. I had it on a list to order, and I just kept putting it off. I don't know why. And finally picked it up. Just a fantastic hip-hop record, man. I just can't say enough good things about this. If you haven't heard the Robust album, definitely check that out. It's fucking fantastic. Next up, the Constant Deviance Diamond album. Yeah, got this in the mail the other day from 60 Records. Fantastic record, man. The last 2 records here definitely making my top 30. Love these albums so much. Fucking fantastic. Constant Deviance, really, really underrated group. Been around for a long time. No one really ever talks about them, but yeah, definitely be able to look over Constant Deviance. That's a good one right there. Picked up the brand new Sadat X album from 682 Records. Yeah, I gotta say, man, this is quite a good album. One of my favorite Sadat X releases in a long time. It's been years since I've heard beats like this, and good features. You got DJ Spinna production on here. You got Marco Polo, Will Tell, Scram Jones, DJ Bazooka Joe. You got Showbiz on here, City Parks, Grand Parks, Jinsu Dean. Some features on here. You got Pharaoh Munch, Rock Marciano, Master Ace, Dres and Jerobi, of course from Evitown, Nori, Smith & Wesson, My Son, AG. Like, it's fucking packed, man. But this is a really good album. It really blew me away. Yeah, you can get it. I think 682 Records is the only place you can get this record. So I don't know. It was like $14, whatever. But definitely, if you're a fan of brand new Sadat X, check it out. I think it's fucking awesome. Next up, some mainstream stuff here with the new Big Boy album, Vicious Lies and Dangerous Rumors. I give Outkast the benefit of the doubt, so I'll pick up Big Boy stuff and Andre albums and stuff, or whatever if Andre puts out one. What do I say about this? This album it's got some really, really bad songs on it, like just awful songs. It's not my thing. It's not my thing. I like Big Boy on the mic. I think he's pretty entertaining. I like how he always tries to elevate his music, tries to grow and stuff, tries to do things that are different, but, sometimes it always doesn't work. There is a couple of good tracks on here, but for the most part, it's very, very forgettable, very almost funny and comical. It's just, I don't know, not my thing. The next couple albums here, I know a lot of people always give me flack, but, he's always been a fucking guilty pleasure of mine. And I'm talking about the long overdue collabo records from E40 Too Short. I was actually pleasantly surprised by this, because Too Short's last couple albums have been just fucking horrendous, really. Like I said, E40 is always a guilty pleasure of mine. I know so many. He's probably one of the most hated rappers out there. But anyways, this is it was a double album release. This is Function Music. It's actually pretty good, man. They just sound good. They've done so many good songs together over the years, in the last fucking 20 years. But they tried to do They tried to do a collabo album back in the day when they were signed to Jive, and Jive just wouldn't have any part of it. So they finally got it out in 2012. You know, solid. Both albums have 17 songs. Fucking, you know, there's a couple songs, a couple hooks that are pretty shitty, but you know, overall, it sounds pretty fucking good to me, man. I mean, Too Short's always been a favorite of mine, and E40's guilty pleasure, man. I think he's fun. But yeah, it's function music. You know, you got there's a bunch of features on here. There's actually a song on here with Ice Cube, which is pretty cool. And then there's mob music. This shit was fucking dope, man. There's some really old school vibes on here. Be Legit's verses are fucking sick on here. Of course, from the Click. I don't know, man. I really enjoyed this one, the mob music more than the function music, but it just had that old school vibe, you know, like some of Short Dog's flows were sick, man, and I don't know, man. It's not like those hypey records that I was expecting them to be a little more hypey and shitty sounding, but actually really wasn't. It was pretty good. Next up is the Woo Block album. Of course, Ghostface Killah and Sheik Luch did an album together with horrendous album cover. It's just fucking awful. I wasn't really expecting anything from this album. With that said, I don't know what I was expecting, to be honest. You know, because I'm not a big D-Block fan. I've never been a big, huge Locks fan. You know, but this album was pleasantly surprising. You know, the beats came through. They fucking banged pretty good. A lot of good features on here, but you know, it was a fucking surprise album of the year for me, man. Woo Block, I recommend that, man. It was pretty fucking good. Ghostface sounds good as ever. Sheik wasn't too bad on the record either. But the biggest surprise, like I said, was the beats. The beats held the album together, and the features were pretty good. Next up, one of my favorite albums of the year, Monochrome Skies by Epidemic. This album is just ridiculously dope. Just, you know, it's like basically throwback kind of 90s hip-hop sound, but you know, it's fucking dope, man. It's very, very good. I highly recommend this. I'm not sure where this is going to place, but it's going to be pretty high on my list. I'm not going to, you know, I gotta compile the list. I have all the albums set aside, but I don't know how the order's going to go, because I'm actually going to order it this year. Try to, anyways. It's so fucking hard to do. Next up, another album I absolutely loved this year was Ramblings of an Angry Old Man by Craig G, the legendary Craig G, of course, from Cold Chillin' fame. Yeah, man. You know, good production on here. You got some beat miners on here. Elemento did a track here from the Visionaries. That was fucking pretty cool. You know, you got Jake, One Marco Polo, DJ Nasty, shit like that. K-Salem did a beat on here. Beat Nick and K-Salem did a track. But, you know, it was just pleasantly a breath of fresh air, this album. I really, really highly like this album. Good features. Craig G sounded dope as usual. You know, he never really disappoints me on the mic. Always comes through with the dope lyrics and shit. But the beats, though, this is another album I was a little worried about when, you know, the beats could ruin it. But, no, it was actually quite good. And highly, highly recommend Craig G. It was good. Here's an album I've heard nothing but mixed reviews all year. I think some people don't actually understand the Coop that much, but yeah, this is the Coop, Sorry to Bother You, probably the funniest album cover of the year. If there was a category for funniest album cover, that one takes it. I think the album is actually really good. I've always been a really big Coop fan. I think Boots Riley's fucking, you know, he's very talented. But you know, obviously the sound of the record's probably a little off-putting, especially if you're not familiar with the Coop and their elevation. I mean, they've been around for fucking 20 years now. But you know, it's like the Magic Clap, the fucking Guillotine. Like, there's some really inventive songs on here, and you know, it's political as usual. And I don't know, man. The first time I heard it, I was like, holy shit, what the hell? And then, you know, I mean, I wasn't overly surprised at the sound of it, but at the same time, it took me a couple listens to get really into it, and I think it's actually really fun. It's one of those records I can just put on and just enjoy. I don't know. It's up-tempo. Next up is another surprise album of the year for me, the Little Fame and Terminology Physiology record. With that said, I've never been a big Terminology fan. I've never really liked anything that he's done. I don't like his vibe on the mic that much. He just seems a little over too cocky for me. I don't know what it is. Something about terminology's always bugged me. Also, his debut album that came out a few years, Politics, whatever the fuck it was called, had the production lineup that was like, you know, looking like it was going to be a gold record, but it turned out to be really fucking bad. I mean, my favorite track on the album was the Easy Moby intro on the fucking album. Yeah, Little Fame and Terminology, this shit fucking bangs, man. Like, Little Fame laced this motherfucker with some dope-ass beats, and Terminology sounds good on it. Like, I don't know, maybe he just needed these type of beats, or maybe needed this type of influence, I don't know, but it's good, man. You know, you got features from Bun B on here, Freeway, Busta Rhymes, Styles P, MOP's on here. I don't know, man. One of the surprise records of the year for me, man. I really, really fucking enjoyed this album. I thought it was dope. Next up, I thought I'd give this album a try because I'm just so tired of hearing all the hype, and I really only heard a couple songs here and there. So I picked up. It was only $10 for the deluxe edition, which has the bonus disc, right? And that's Kendrick Lamar's Good Kid, Mad City album. You know, I tried. Like, I went into this, you know, with an open mind. I just cleared my fucking head one day and just listened to it. I'm just trying to figure out what the fucking big deal is with Kendrick Lamar. You know, I remember his mixtape from last year, Section 80. It was okay. It didn't blow me away. People were freaking the fuck out over it, but I don't get it, man. I honestly don't understand. Maybe it's just I'm not into mainstream sounding records, and you know, the concept on the record's decent. You know, my favorite thing about this record is the beat change when MC8 comes in the song Mad City. I fucking love that. I think it's pretty good. And Compton's actually a pretty good song with Dre. You know, actually Compton is a really good song. I think it's pretty cool. But for the most part, this album, it doesn't seem... It seems awkward to me. I don't know what it is. It's just... I can't put my finger on it, but I don't get the hype. You know, $10, whatever, to check it out, the double disc. I don't know, man. It's just not my thing. Speaking of mainstream albums, I do try to pick up every album that the game releases. You know, with that said, like, I do like the Game on the mic. I think he's actually quite good. But the thing is, though, the way I look at this is like, this is Compton rap now. I mean, what the fuck happened to Compton rap? You know, Compton hip hop, man. You know, Easy and the hip hop thugs. You know, like, what the fuck, man? Like, this is Compton rap now. It seems so soft to me. Like, I mean, it doesn't have to be, you know, straight out of Compton, NWA, fuck the police shit, but, you know, this just seems so poppy and bubblegummy and fucking, you know, the Game is pretty good on some of these songs, like, but they're overshadowed. His performance is overshadowed by the shittiness of the beats and the hooks on these records, and the features are fucking terrible. I do like the album cover, though, I gotta say. It is offensive to some people, which I find pretty funny, but, you know, actually, I like Pusha T's verse on this album, it's pretty cool, but honestly, 2 Chainz, Rick Ross, fucking, you know, the Kanye and Common song with Jesus Peace was okay. But Lil Wayne, fucking, I don't know, man. I can't get any of these cats, but it's just too bad. I wish he would focus more on doing an album himself. This feels like a goddamn compilation album. Maybe pick some better beats and just have way, way less features. 1 or 2 features on a record. I'd love to hear the Game do. You know, he has potential to do such a good album, but this is not it. It's just not it. Next up is the Megahertz Legacy album. Case is all fucked up there. This was an album that I didn't really know what to expect from it. I think it was another one where I was like, if the beats are good, I think it might be pretty good. Yeah, and it came through. I thought this was really dope. I had a lot of fun with this, man. I think fucking Copyright, you know, they sound fucking good on this record, man. The beats, there was a couple tracks on here I thought were not the best. You know, it happens when you got a 17-track album, but overall, this is pretty fucking good. You know, for the most part, I like RGD2's beats on here, man. But what do I say, man? I thought it was pretty good. The Outer Room song on here is fucking pretty cool. And last up, and least, the Kanon album. I picked this up because hadn't heard anything from it, and it was really cheap. This was absolutely just horrible. Like, it was just fucking terrible. This isn't even a hip-hop record, man. It's like, I don't know what the fuck you call this shit, but it was just, it's not my thing. You know, ever since his first, you know, he dropped his second record, he was kind of getting a little, you know, straying away from the whole hip-hop thing, and then this album comes out, and it's like, I don't know how to explain it, so I'm like lost for words on this one, man. It was fucking terrible. Even the song with Nas on here I didn't even really like. Not very often I can actually say I did not like one single song on an album. That is such a rarity for me. I can always try to find the good in something. With that one, I was just, oh my god, I was fucking gagging on that one. It's gross. But yeah, so that's my update. Not much. Like I said, I'm missing 4 or 5 albums. I'm missing the Clear Soul Forces album. Clear Soul Forces album. Yeah, I don't even remember. I'm missing a couple others. Maybe a couple like deluxe box sets. Just I don't know. But anyways, you know, small update for the month. Just once again, just remind you that I will be doing my 4-part best of 2012. You know, my best of 12. You know, my opinion. So get a look out for that. And thanks for watching. Subscribe. 616, and I'm out. Peace.